Hi, my name is Charlie, and this is my son Cruz. And today we will be making Thomas into a speedy train, and we will also be adding LED lights for headlights. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to teach you, show you what's inside. Okay, so we took the screw off the front, that screw right there, and then this comes off. And normally we would put two AA batteries in here. Okay, no. Go to the train. So two AA batteries in here, okay? So what we did is we're going to take and I'm going to put a 9-volt battery in, which will make it speedy. So what we did is we bridged these two connections with a wire and soldered it in. And then we have the positive going to this side and the negative going to this side off the 9-volt LED battery. And we'll be soldering that in later. Okay, and that will, what it does is it bypasses the AA batteries and uses the 9-volt batteries using the same switch. Okay, but what we did additionally is we added wires to the motor underneath, and we will show you that by taking the screwdriver, which has got a triangular bit, and that's exclusive to Thomas the Trains. So instead of having a Phillips head, it's a triangle bit. So we'll take that off. Okay. It's good I have a 5-year-old cameraman here, so he's doing a good job. Okay, so we take this off. And what this shows is the motor. And this motor just pops off their compression fittings so that when you put the cap on and you screw it together, it compresses the contacts, and that's how you get your connections. So what we did is we're going to add a wire here and here, and this will go to our LED strip, and that will use the circuitry of the train so that when you flip the switch on, it'll make the engine go, and it also turn the LED lights on. So we'll do that, and then we'll solder the connections in a little bit. Attach two wires to the motor, one on this side, and all we're going to do is just lay it in there. Take a soldering gun. You getting this? Yep. Alright, so I will get in here, and we will solder this. And that's one side. And then we will get the other wire, which is this one right here. And we will solder it to this side. Let's see. We'll heat this up. Clean our tips. And bingo. Now we have the connections for the LED lights onto the motor. And when we turn the switch on, it will actually bring the electricity into the motor and then into our LED switches. Okay? Alright, now that we have the wires soldered to the motor, we are going to put two little grooves into here so that the wires will protrude through without getting kinked up. And you can use a file or anything you have. We're just going to make a little notch in here.
I can't see.
I can't see either. All right, little notch in here. And a little notch on this side. Okay. If you notice, I'm using my jeweler's glasses because I am going blind. So, now that we have the two grooves in here, this is the switch lever, this is the actual switch, and it's just all compression. So when we put this all together, it'll line up properly. Okay, let me line this up and put it on. Okay, then we take this and we stick this on top of the motor and the wheel. And this gets a little tricky because, like I said, it's all compression. So, just kind of stick the back on first, line up the wires with the grooves I just made over here, and we'll push this together. Well, it doesn't seem to be lining up properly, but I guess it will. Alright, so now we're going to take the triangular head screws and put them back in there. We will tighten them up. Put one in here, tighten this up. Doing a good job as a cameraman, Cruz. And the last one, here, we'll tighten this up. And before we put anything else together, we are going to test to make sure that it's still operating the way we want it to. So we will turn the switch on, and we will put the negative, and there goes the wheels really fast. Okay, so it's working. Okay, now we are going to solder this to bypass the battery. As you can tell, I'm not very good at soldering. I've just started learning this hardly the other day, so.
This might be dangerous, people, so ask your mom or dad to do this for your kid. I just said that.
Good public service announcement, Cruz. Okay, so now we have the two wires coming off the motor. That'll go to the LED lights in the front. And now we're going to solder the battery terminal. Oh, you know what? I didn't go through the casing yet. So what we have to do is we drilled a hole in the back of Thomas so that this wire will come through, and then this will end up being inside here. The battery will be in here, terminal will be in here. Alright, so let's reroute these wires. Okay, so now we have the wire going through the back. Now I'm going to solder these connections on. And that's a good connection. And now we're going to do this side to the negative. And this will complete the 9-volt battery circuit. Yeah, I'll throw some solder on this. Okay. Now we'll take this wire and solder it to here.
This thing is awfully stinky, but it's still okay. You can just blow it away, and it's not hot to touch. But the hot glue is really hot. So ask your parents or mother or whatever you have. Ask it if it's okay to do this at home.
Okay. So now that that's done, we have the 9-volt battery connected. Now we have to make the connection for the LED lights. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these wires, come around the front of the train. I'm just going to twist them together so that they stay kind of centralized and uniform in the beginning, in the front. Then I'm going to take this, because I got to keep them off the wheels, and we're going to come around the front of the train, like so. So now that we have the soldering connections done, the battery, the LED wires coming out of the motor, and the wiring come through the back of the chassis. We are going to, eventually, we're going to put some hot glue in here to hold these wires up in this crevice. And now we are going to solder the LED lights to the leads. There's one. And I need my soldering wire. Put a little. Hold this down. Oops. Oh, I melt my cord. And then we're gonna solder this end. Just a little there, right there. Put the wire on.
I can't see.
And there we have it. We have the soldering connections done.
Okay.
And now, okay, so we use this hot glue gun. It's not really necessary, but we just thought it'd be a little more secure. So we put hot glue right here, and that holds the wiring in place so that now we can put the cap on and give it a whirl, okay? We have the 9-volt battery connected. We're going to take this cover, put it on top of the train like this. Back goes in first because it's got a little button that goes through this hole here like that. And then the front of the train will come down. And we will screw, it's just a regular Phillips screw head. And we will take care of that and be back in a second. Okay, so as you can see, this wire comes out right about where the wheel is. Get a little closer, okay? So what we're going to do is throw a little hot glue right in here, like this.
So we can stick it so it doesn't,
So it doesn't hit the wheel.
Yeah, so it doesn't hit the wheel.
And that'll keep it off the wheel so it doesn't get tangled up. So now we will take this, bend it forward, get it in the front, and then we're going to take the tape, because this is one of those LED strips, reels you get off of eBay for like $10, and it's got a sticky back. So we'll just peel the back of this off if I can.
I just moved it. Oh, shake it a little.
All right, so here the back is coming off. All right, peel that off. I'm gonna snip it because oh, there it came off. Right, and then all we're gonna do is we're gonna stick it right to the front of Thomas. I cut off his buffers so that it's a flat surface, and we'll just stick it right there. And then you can tuck the wires in the back just to get rid of, any of the.
Can I undo it?
Okay. So now that that's done, we can turn it on. Thomas goes and the lights are on. We're going to test out our train. This is a long, straight railroad track that we set up. It's approximately 20 feet. And Cruz, you can do the honors. Turn it on. No. Turn it on, but here we go. It's a speed train. Now I'm going to turn it around. And here it goes.